Brad Luce, and I'm going to share some of our 2008 Pinot Noir wines with you. You may not have ever heard of Luce Family Winery. We're an extremely small boutique winery, and we make 25 cases of each of these Pinot Noirs, so a very small production. But we are very excited about these wines. The first part of this video, we're going to take a quick look at the vineyards where these wines first came from, and then we'll take you inside the winery, and you'll see some of the blending discussions where we blend in different clones. These are 100% Pinot Noir wines, but they have different Pinot Noir clones that enhance the flavors in different ways. We'll also look at some bottling, and then we'll come back and we'll actually open a bottle of these wines. So the first vineyard that we want to discuss is the Haley Vineyard, which is in Mendocino County, near Philo. It's about 59 acres. It's planted on loamy soil, and it has rootstock which is very hardy, and it's not very susceptible to diseases. The loamy soil stresses the vines, which, if you're a grape, that's a good thing because it gives you more flavor. The second vineyard is a very special vineyard in Russian River Valley, and this is Bohemian Vineyard. It's a very small vineyard. It's only 7 acres, so there's just a couple of wineries that are lucky enough to source grapes from this vineyard. And we're one of them, so we're very excited about that. And we've been able to source grapes from Bohemian Vineyard since 2007. So that's a quick overview of the vineyards. And at this point, I think we'll head on over to the winery, and you can meet our winemaker, Chris Nelson, and we'll talk a little bit about blending, and then we'll come back over here. And I'm here with my amazing winemaker, Chris Nelson, and you are going to basically be like a fly on the wall and just listen in as we discuss some options in blending our 2008 Bohemian Vineyard Pinot Noir. The control, this is what we have now, and this is all 115. All right. Okay, well, it's just a lot of cherry, very nice cherry. Is this spit?
No, don't get you a cup.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good. I have to drive home, so.
No problem.
So while Chris is getting a spit cup for me, so I'm tasting wine. I'm technically not drinking it because it's 6:30 and I haven't had dinner yet. And you know, tasting through a bunch of wines like this, if you're actually drinking them, it's not a good thing to be on the road, of course. So I'm just going to sniff, swirl, mix it in my mouth, get a taste, and spit out the wine. Most of your taste buds are all in your mouth and the back of your throat. You don't have to actually swallow it to get a very good indication of the taste. Narrow it down to those two.
Okay.
This isn't bad though.
What do you think? Were you kind of going along the same lines, or were you like way down here going, this is the best? No, I think it's objective, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I thought the 777 added some intangibles. I like the palate.
That was better. I thought the 67 darkened it, gave it a little extra structure. I think we'll be happy to have some of that in the wine.
Best part of the whole video, so we actually get to open a bottle and taste through these two marvelous Pinot Noirs. So let's go ahead and taste the bottle. The first one is the Haley Vineyard from Anderson Valley. Now this particular vintage, you might recall, there were some Sierra foothill fires, and it was a kind of a difficult vintage. Luckily, those fires never really threatened the vineyard, so we didn't get a lot of issues like other wineries did that also sourced from other areas within Mendocino County. So that's Haley Vineyard. Now let's take a look at the Bohemian Vineyard. This is actually what we refer to as our flagship wine. It's a lot more Burgundy style type Pinot Noir. And if I hold a piece of white paper, you might get a better idea of the color. This one appears darker. This is the Bohemian. And I'll describe it in a minute. Here's the Anderson Valley, the Haley Vineyard. I guess the Haley Vineyard is more of a classic California Pinot Noir. It has some spice, some allspice. It also has some darker fruit, dark cherry, and things like that. But it's a wonderful wine, and Pinot Noir in general is a great food wine, very food friendly. So that's a classic. Haley's a classic California Pinot. Now the Bohemian is more complex. We do more punch downs. It's a smaller vineyard. Both these wines are aged in French oak. This has a little higher price point for all of those factors. The nose is really unique and very nice, and it has some ripe red cherry on the nose. And then there's that cherry, allspice, it kind of unfolds. It definitely has a longer finish as well. But both of these wines are very interesting. You can find them on our website at loosefamilywinery.com. We welcome any comments that you might have. Thank you for joining us.